presentation of the National Football League.
After a long two-week build-up here in the Bay Area, the moment has finally arrived. It is time for football here at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Folks, this is Super Bowl 60, and we've got an outstanding matchup on tap. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Houston Texans taking on the NFC champions, the Chicago Bears. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
In the course of a game, we focus on the offense and the defense, and we give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
The first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being the first time? And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins with a first touchdown of the Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Texans put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Looking to put a drive together. First carry for DeAndre Swift. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Throwing is Williams. That pass complete to Moore. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Now a give right side Swift. And he stopped immediately there. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down. But there is a certainty in this game. We know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws in a double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover.
Then they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you get a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Stroud. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That's complete. Romadunzo. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards. First down, Chicago.
What is that?
Off the play fake, it's Williams. Incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Second and 10. To throw, it's Williams. He's got the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. To the air once more, Williams. Over the middle of the traffic, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now they'll change things around before the snap. On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DeAndre Swift taking it in from the 20. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Santos with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Santos now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 20. Stroud off the play fake. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This now a 3rd and 4. Stroud working out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Higgins. And he is going to have the Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Grady Jarrett, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
It's 2nd down.
When I got rich, bro, coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these. Space 6 racks on a camouflage bells. Diamonds on me, I'm a blue devil. Twin, throw me hustle and grub. I'm nothing like them, I put cake over credit.
We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. Second quarter coming your way next. 14-7 is the score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Stroud sets up the play action. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Well, he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And the defense closes quickly there, and will get maybe a yard to the 33. This is 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It looks like they'll move things around here. They'll go play action here with Williams. Under pressure, and down he goes. Will Anderson With a big-time sack on third down, it's a loss of 7. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last series for a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. That reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Now incomplete. It's tanked down. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
All right.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. 2nd down and a yard.
Here we go.
Manning, he hits him in stride. Touchdown. Dalton Schultz from a yard out. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47.
On play action, here's Williams. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
Texans 14. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
But whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Well, 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out, and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's Stroud. Now the ball comes loose. And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Williams. Pass caught by Burden. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this 1st half. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. A final shot before break. Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that's going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. These 2 teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the 1st half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. To throw, Williams. Pass caught right side by Loveland. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down and 6 now. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Williams will get this out wide to Odunze. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First and goal, Chicago.
To the air, Williams. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Daniil Hunter just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Here's Williams. A pass complete to Odunze. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Rome Odunze, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bears will extend their third-quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Santos with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Stiff armed him. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
On the quick, right?
Now Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
All right.
Play action. Stroud now. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And I think the ball's out. And that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's second and goal. Throwing now is Stroud. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Texans. Take down. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
The score, Bears 28, Texans 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, first and 10. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 93 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Mills. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And this will be caught at the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A huge play there for Houston. 63 yards. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And not much of a hold there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. From the 24 now, here's the 2nd and 9. Looking to throw is Mills. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Mills now. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Mills to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Again, it's Mills. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
9-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right.
He's got a man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 99 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Off the play fake, it's Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That's caught. The tight end Loveland with it. And inside the 20 before it's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Swift going to try up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That tackle behind the line made by Will Anderson. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Swift again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stump the run. I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and he just expected him to pick up a first.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, we're at the time of the Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. To throw, Mills. Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
At this point in the 2nd half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Mills. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And he rifles one incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throw right side, taken in by Collins. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical third down here. Now Mills on the sneak. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Here it is, 4th and inches. Finding Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mills looking to throw it. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Nixon will try the right side.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now 2nd and 4.
Let's go. 19 tight. 19.
Mills back to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And he is going to have a Texans first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Here's Mills. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow, wow. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Texans 31, Bears 28.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Pass caught by Burden. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. intercepted. And they will score a pick six for the Texans team. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Williams looking to do it himself. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. And the Lone Star State has a new champion. It's the Houston Texans, kings of the Super Bowl. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
What a moment. Commissioner Goodell making the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to the Houston Texans. They are your Super Bowl 60 champions. So that'll conclude another captivating season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for Charles Davis and all the hardworking men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying good night from Santa Clara.